One of Shonen's best writers, Ichiro Oda, is probably the most committed to gags I've seen compared to any other shonen. No other shonen will commit to a gag like Oda will. Oda will Oda will put a joke in and then make you be like, "Wait, this is serious?" like you're serious right now? Like it's a joke that it is infused into the plot in a way that it just makes so much sense. But at the same time, you're like, wait, what the hell is going on? Luffy and Brook took a beating in Whole Cake Island. Broken bones, missing teeth, like they were done in. Luffy and Brook get to Capone's castle and drink milk, and their bones reappear suddenly, and they're fine. So that's a smaller case of like the joke I'm talking about. Here's a bigger case. Sanji. Sanji is one of the monster trio. In the Fishman Island arc, Sanji had been made useless due to the fact that he had been training on an island of trannies for 2 years, so therefore the sight of a woman alone made his nose bleed so much that his loss of blood made him completely useless like for the first half of the Fishman Island arc. You look back at it, you're like, and you're really thinking like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is this serious? But it's Oda, and you just like go along with it. So much so that he needed a blood transfusion. But whatever. That's besides the point. His ability to like put jokes in the plot, but potentially we have one that we're not really okay with. That shit can happen to Sanji. It can happen to Luffy or Brook. The gag is potentially going to happen to one of the 4 Yonko of the Sea, Big Mom, which would potentially lead to her downfall. Now, the joke is that Big Mom, she's a big woman, big fat lady. She likes cake. Her whole island, she likes food. She loves food so much. But we could potentially see Big Mom eat a cake and be knocked out by the sheer taste of it.
Oh my god! Oh jeez! Oh my god!
This is one of the 4 Emperors of the Sea. Nothing is more serious than like these 4 characters in the show and what's been built up around them. These guys are gods, essentially, of the ocean. And we're gonna see one eat a cake and get knocked out. This, a lot of people have been like expressed their distaste with this happening, but everything leading up to this happening makes sense. It was clearly shown that her addiction to sweets was way bigger than we thought. It already starts off with Big Mom having a fucked up like psychology as a kid, being abandoned by her parents, her being so strong that like she literally can't be raised like a child, because when you're a child and you think you're doing something right, somebody has to tell you like if you're doing something wrong. Someone has to let you know. But Mother Carmel enabled a lot of her behavior, so it's very much shown that like because of her rages, if Big Mom if a kid was that strong, when he raged for candy, he'd get it. And that's what happened with Big Mom. Big Mom starved for 6 days, and if she didn't get what she liked, you better hope you weren't in that area. But that's basically giving power to a child who doesn't know what's going on, and that's what Big Mom is. Big Mom is a super powerful child, and that was a problem. And being raised like that, it'll fuck you up because it won't teach you like you can't get anything you want like this. But Big Mom did not get food for 6 days, and then she destroyed an island of giants. Big Mom, when she fast forward a little bit from there, Big Mom was once so happy that she got her croquet bush and was sitting down with her family and Mother Kama and all the other orphans, that she was so happy, stuffing her face with pastries and tears and crying and everything, that she ate Mother Carmel and I believe 4 other orphans and 3/4 of a table. Now, looking back on this, like, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how is this, like, did she really just do that? Like, did I just really see that happen? But then we found out later that, yeah, Yeah, she ate Mother Karma, like her whole body. Like she ate them whole while trying to eat pastries. It's just like, it's just, oh my god. Like I can't believe like something like this is laughable, but it's so serious. And like you really have to do take it serious. But now fast way more forward, Big Mom is, and I'm gonna blame this little plot hole on metabolism, because Big Mom before she was able to solo like giants after 6 days of not eating. Fast forward to the current arc, 8 hours of not eating, I believe so, 8 hours, and she's being weakened. So I'm gonna blame that on metabolism. When you get older, it's different. So I'm gonna blame that on that. But Big Mom is severely weakened, so weakened that the Straw Hats were able to push her off a ship. So weakened that she's beginning to like lose weight and be fatigued, and like she's literally using Zeus and them for transportation. But so like this is how weak Big Mom is right now. Sanji's cake has been shown that if you eat this cake, you're knocked out. You knocked out in happiness. People who weren't craving the cake tried it and were knocked out in pure bliss and happiness. Like they were knocked out. It was not a joke. Capone wanted to poison the cake to take out one of the four Yonkos. Probably the most logical thing you do at this point. Capone switched up as soon as he tried the cake. He tried the cake and was in pure bliss. He had his hands up in the air screaming that Big Mom was just it. We didn't need to poison it. Big Mom was going to be sent to heaven. So this is how good the cake is being built up. This cake, amazing. So what's going to happen compared to a person who wasn't craving the cake to a starving Big Mom who loves sweets and needs what she craves? What's going to happen to her? If those people died, like basically died, what the fuck is going to happen to her? She's probably going to like explode or some shit. But this is a joke, like kind of a gag. Well, no, I don't even know what to call it anymore, but we have to like take it seriously. It is being built up that way. A lot of people have expressed their distaste with this happening. And you know what? Warranted. Even if it's justifiable, it can still be trash. Mighty words of Dustin. But I still have faith that Oda has been writing for 20 years. Like his ability to switch things up is crazy. In the Zou arc, when we found out that Raizo was still on the island, that was amazing. That was a complete switch up. He completely turned all of us on our heads, and there were so many reveals that arc. Oda is an amazing writer, so we can trust Oda to be able. Well, I can trust. I believe Oda can like still write Big Mom eating the cake and not being like knocked out, or I don't know. He could write it in a way that keeps Big Mom's integrity as a Yonko, and that's like the biggest one, because like these Yonko have they're on another tier. And for this to happen, for the Straw Hats to walk into Whole Cake Island, fuck up all Big Mom's shit, blow up the fucking chateau, destroy Big Mom's tea ceremony or the wedding for Big Mom and Pudding, to destroy like the fucking her plot to kill all the Vinsmokes, to wreck all of that, steal her poneglyph, like steal a copy of her poneglyph, and then to give her a cake and leave, that like it loses her integrity a lot. But I feel like something should happen in order to keep Big Mom's integrity, whether that be people thinking Jinbei dying or something like that. It truly seems like the Straw Hats are leaving with a great win against the Yonko, and that makes it not seem like it really takes away from the Yonko. But again, we have to have faith in Oda, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I can theorize, I can guess, I can do everything, but I just have to wait. All I wanted to do was highlight how Oda like Oda's jokes, like I don't even know what, like, to be honest, like it's amazing how Oda's jokes just come out like this, and it like it's not really a joke that just Big Mom needs this cake, like she's like this is a necessity. It could be a lot more serious than I know, but all I want to say is that I don't know what's going to happen. I have to have faith that Oda will fix it, not fix it, but we'll be able to write it in a way to keep this Big Mom's integrity, even though she's going to be taken out with a cake. And that's kind of a gag. Or even though she's going to be taken out with a cake, which is laughable if you really think about it to a Yonko. But yeah, even looking forward to this, it has been shown that Kaido has like a drinking problem. So please God, please don't go down that line too. That'd be just Oda, stop. Like, it is time to stop. Like at that point, like if Kaido like has a craving for liquor or something so much that he's weakened, and then Luffy Gear 4 or Gear 6 like knocks him out or some shit, that'll be crazy, bro. I wouldn't be able to take it, but man, I have faith in Oda. I just wanted to highlight Oda's ability to joke even in serious situations. But yeah, that's it for me. I'll just continue to ramble on. I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you. Peace. By the way, I hate cake. Cake is trash.